So welcome everybody, it is Thursday night and it is Assetto Corsa Racing once again here at SARCO. I hope you're well in the commentary box, virtual that is. Ashley, how are you doing?
How's it, Dylan? Fantastic evenings racing ahead of us, and I'm looking forward to it. As you know, it's Assetto Corsa, and not my favorite game, but I'm definitely going to give it a go this evening. And hopefully I can make it into the Alpha tier, which I think is going to be a very tough ask. I know the guys have been practicing and they've been getting those lap times in, and yeah, it's going to be extremely tight this evening. So looking forward to it.
So 100% guys, so as you know that we do have a little bit of a different setup with the Assetto Corsa, is that we can only go in when the guys are ready. So we do see that they have started their qualifier. We did brief the guys to please get into that lobby nice and early so that we could jump straight back in. Ash, you're going to be in the second one, so what we're going to do is just get ourselves into the lobby, and we'll get ourselves racing. Flip, I'm actually so excited. It's so awesome to be back in the commentary box. We'll just get this going so we can start seeing what's happening in the background while we jump into that server.
Yeah, Dylan, I'll say I'm quite excited as well. As you know, on Monday night we had endless problems with load shedding causing some huge technical difficulty, but the guys from C2 Auto have helped us out, and they've sent through a generator which will definitely help us with the races going ahead. So Craig from C2 Auto, a big thank you to you for making it all possible, and let's hope that it's going to keep us running during those dark and lonely nights.
100%, yes. As Ashley mentioned, a huge thank you to Craig. The generator will be arriving tomorrow, and we actually used the guys that I don't know if you remember them. We had a career company with us, Olivia Parcel. They're actually still helping us. So Olivia Parcel is to us. Very, very excited about that. So the lobby is now opening up. We can now see we are now going in, so we can just transition into there, and hopefully once the thing loads up, we will be able to see who's racing and who's where. It's currently 12 drivers that are in there. We can see 14 minutes left of the session, and this is session 1. The format for this evening is that each driver has 3 sessions to put in their fastest time. From that fastest time we take an average, and I must say that qualifying way definitely has mixed up the field completely. Not only that, is that we've got to a point where we're putting these drivers out of their comfort zone and putting them into cars that they are not necessarily comfortable using.
That's right. So I had to, well, I'm quite used to the Ferrari, so going from Ferrari to the Nissan has been a bit of a change. As you know, the Ferrari's got the mid-mount engine, so it handles a little bit different to the Nissan that I've chosen tonight. But I'm confident that I can possibly get into the top 16.
Yeah, guys, so I won't be partaking into this championship this season, and that's because of the current restrictions we have. Unfortunately, we can't get Stephen Koenig to come and join me, because that was how I was able to race, is that we had Stephen Koenig driving the pictures that you're currently seeing, where now I have to do that. We also know that Stephen Koenig is not well, so we are sending out our wishes through to him.
Yeah, Stephen, if you can hear us, get well soon, please. I'm sure the guys are going to miss your voice, and definitely will be a much improvement compared to me in the commentary, that's for sure.
So actually, I'm actually seeing that your sound is coming through on the TV as well, so we're getting a double echo. And just another announcement, guys. At the end, we will just repeat those details, but the SARCO cap that I am wearing, they are ready for sale. So directly after the sessions, we will be able to put up the details. We will put the details up on our Facebook page as well as on our Discord. If you are interested in your very own SARCO tracker, get hold of us and we will be able to arrange that for you. And if you are in the surrounding areas down in Durban, in Cape Town, we can make use of Deliver Your Parcel to get that cap through to you. Lots of interesting things in the pipeline, which will be coming pretty soon.
Hey, Dylan, I just noticed there that Jock's Racing has set up a time there of a 1:23.5, so already he's on the pace there. Followed closely from new driver, and that's, I think, Dale van Heerden.
So that's Dion van Heerden, and Dion actually joined us, I think it was about the 4th race of our last season. He was in the Bravo tier. He did manage to put together 2 wins, so I am expecting him to get himself nice high up the order. And I'm pretty sure that he's going to be one of those drivers fighting for that Alpha tier.
Absolutely, and follow closely behind me. We have Jakes with the time there of just a 10th off the pace, so not far behind. And as I say that, Jakes posts the quickest time of a 1:23.445, so he now top of the board. And I'm just looking down there in 4th place. That's Connor. The young man from Ugi, he's posted a good time there as well, and a half a second off the pace at the moment, but it's still early days. We still got 10 minutes on the clock, and anything's possible at this point.
Yeah, so we also have some new drivers, so we can see there down in 12th place. That's Irish Dawn. He's come and joined us for the season. Obviously, the guys are looking for some Assetto Corsa leagues, and Irish Dawn has now joined us. We had Bad Bull, so that's Brett from Australia. He almost didn't join this, but it was through the convincing of the Project Cat Racing that he come out, and the reason being is he had put so much time in his GTR, which is the car that he's qualifying in, but he just wasn't quite comfortable that once the qualifying was done, is that you could possibly lose that car. Just remember that we can only use the Nissan GTR or Honda, and the beauty about it is that a car will be allocated to the drivers once the qualifying is up.
Let's not forget the Lexus. We can use the Lexus as well.
I said Toyota, apologies. That's a freaking Toyota.
It's the same thing, absolutely.
Whoa!
So,
oh, sorry, I keep forgetting that I'm controlling the camera. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
So Jock Racing now posting a time of a 1:23.1. So that is now set the mark for these guys to try follow. But as it's still 8 minutes, so the track will still be getting to optimal performance, and I reckon we could see a couple of tenths of those times towards the end of this session, and perhaps even faster in the sessions to come. These are some of the quickest guys here. Jock Racing, as we know, has been one of the lead contenders in the Alpha Tier league, as well as Jake's. If I look down there, also we know that Eddie's quite. That's Connor. That's Eddie Alexander, who's quite quick.
It's about time that Connor goes and gets his own 50 PSN password. Honestly, come on, Connor.
Yeah,
how long have you been
true.
racing with us now, and you're still using your dad's details? No, man.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. We need to get on his case around that one. Has it 101?
So that's Jason.
Yeah.
Jason is, I'd say, new to SARCO, but actually not, because back when Stephen started racing with us, Stephen actually came with Hazard, known as Jason, and they were going to race together as a teammate, and I think that was when we were going to ride the BMWs, the E90s. So that was when Jason would have raced, but he never did. So Jason has been around for a while, he's just never raced with us.
Okay, so that's new to me, because I don't think I've ever raced with Jason before. So I have practicing a couple of laps with him, and he is pretty quick in that Lexus. And I'm just noticing the guys that are top of the table at the moment are driving that Lexus. So that it seems to be the favorite for the top guys at the moment. Let's see if they're able to continue that pace throughout the night. The other car down, the only other contention, or the other car is the Honda, which is down in 10th at the moment, and that's International LNR Bad Bull from Australia, who's participating with us this evening. So I wonder what time it is in Australia at the moment. Probably early hours of the morning, I can imagine.
Pretty early in the morning. I think that the last time we asked him, he was basically looking at 4 o'clock in the morning to get up to make an 8 o'clock start with us.
So that's a crack of dawn. So well done to Bad Bull, sorry, from all the way from Australia.
So we've got 6 minutes left of this qualifying. The second server has just been reset, and while that is being reset, we're just having a look at some of the comments coming through. So Peter Heidemann, he actually might have some very interesting news, and we will confirm tomorrow whether something very, very interesting might happen, specifically with SARCO, which we haven't had before. So I'm quite hoping that it does happen, and we'll be able to reveal that next week. Morris, he's back, and Morris is racing. We've managed to get him a machine, so Morris will race with us this evening. Brandon Dos Santos, he's saying good luck. Unfortunately, Brandon won't be racing with us this evening. We'll be hoping to get him in for the next one. Raider Cock from Luxembourg, he's back. I hope you've missed us lots there, Ray. Good to have you back. Nikki Pearson, she's back, and she's saying welcome back, Ashley. It's been a while that you've been in the commentary box. Lucinda's here. She's looking after and cheering for Dion. Tyler Scott, he'll be racing and helping us in the commentary box a little bit later. Johan VDB, he's saying let's go JJ, also known as Greg. Greg currently in 7th place, so he's not doing too badly for himself. And Theo, Intrepid Striker, how's it, boys? Jacques running number 23, that's his lucky number. Really good to see. Let's jump across onto our Facebook. Let's see what's going on there. Holy cow, lots and lots of messages coming through. There's Ray, he's there as well. Greg Thompson, he's saying go chaps, missing you all. Come on Greg, we need to get you back here, man. Johan VDB, he's there. Stephen Koenig, keep up the good work. Good to see Stephen has joined us, and he is really looking forward to the next season. Rudy van Heerden, he's saying good luck Dion. So lots of support coming through for the drivers, so that is absolutely fantastic to see. Thank you very much, guys. All the drivers do appreciate your support, because I promise you what happens is they go and watch the stream after, they go and see the comments, and this is why we keep racing. Ethan just joined us. He's saying go PW1 Racing. He's supporting Jean and Stefan.
It's great to see that we have some fans out there and supporting our drivers this evening. That's exactly what we want to see. We want to see the guys supporting their drivers and getting behind their teammates, and yeah, that's good to know. And thanks for Nikki for that shout out, and looking forward to doing a little bit more commentary in the future. Let's go back to the racing now, and we can see Jark still with that command leave of a 1 minute point 23, and slightly behind him is Jakes. And as I say that, Dion van Heerden.
Holy cow, that's an absolute crack of a lap there
fantastic.
So I'm pretty sure that there's still a bit of nerves that are around here. The reason being is because the time that I did in the Lexus was a 122.4, and I'm pretty sure Jakes should be down there, and I'm quite positive that Jacques Racing, he should be pushing closer to a 22. So a 21. So there is still a bit of time, but he's just joined us on the YouTube, and I can see that is Sarge saying good luck guys, enjoy. That guy, the silent assassin, I promise you he's going to be getting very close to a 22 as well.
Just be that the track is not really pushing the times that we've seen in the past. Maybe it's a little bit different, because I know from my experience that the 123 is sort of the mark where most of the guys have been putting times in. So if you were doing a 122, wow, that is insane. I know for a fact that Some guys that I saw on the YouTube can do a 121, but I mean that's looking at guys that have been doing this and practicing day and night. So it'll be quite interesting, and I'll hold you to it, Dylan, that we'll see some 121s tonight.
There has to be. The pace is there, the quality of our drivers that we have here at SARCO is right up there. So I'm almost confident. Sorry guys, I keep forgetting to change the camera, and that's because I'm jumping from the one screen to the next screen, making sure the guys are in the server, that the server's been reset. So apologies. Just remind me every now and again, hey, change the camera. So you can see Connor in a very interesting livery. I actually quite like that, the very white and then that splash of purple on the side. I'm pretty sure that the Chasing Beavers will be very happy to see that livery.
Yeah, I'm sure. So Dylan, I'm going to pop onto the server now because I'm going to get ready for my qualifying. And I'll just let you know.
I have to say, if you're going to change cameras, better do it properly.
Mr. Stephen
Somebody's
Koenig.
feeling better.
Yeah, definitely feeling better. When I spoke to you earlier, I did say you didn't quite sound yourself, but I'm glad that you've come and joined us. How are you feeling this evening, sir?
I'm getting there, still on the road to recovery, but looking at the amazing action that we have on circuits with every single one of these drivers doing everything they can to get into the alpha tier and really pulling out all the stops despite having only a 3-car choice. I'm excited, and I had to go and see what this is all about, what the buzz is. Discord has been going nuts for the past couple of days about this, and it's absolutely fantastic. And taking a look from our Facebook, we've got massive following, all excited about the Japanese GT3 tour going forward. And I've got to say, it seems like the favorite has to be going towards the Nissan, where I would go more Lexus, to be honest.
Okay, so here's my take on it. The GTR is a great car, and you can really get a great setup. And I found that Sarge was extremely quick in that GTR. The Honda, I was really disappointed because it took so long to get used to it. But I jumped into the Lexus, and I found that time so quickly. So for me, the Honda would be the car that I would choose, because you just need to spend that time and find it, that balance, and find that setup that works for your driving style. I would then go GTR, and then I'd say Lexus, and that would be my choice in that order.
I'd have to lean on the Lexus as the main choice, but if I had to really change it up a bit, it would be the Honda. As you said, it takes a little bit more time to get used to, and it seems to be got a bit of pace out there. But so far, Jacques putting in the fastest time with the Lexus and doing a 123.1 around Laguna Seca, which is incredibly quick.
Yep.
And it's got to be quite interesting to see how they're going to work out the balance of each of these vehicles and how they're going to carry it all straight through to the end.
Well, guys, that's the first session done. You can see Jacques racing top of the lobby there, with Dirk van Heerden in second place, then Jakes, Connor, and Greg. What's going to happen now is that we are just going to go through the intermission screen, just jump into the next server, and we'll get into the next of the racing lobbies. So just stand by.
And compliments of the season to everyone watching from home, work, on your cell phones, computers, or on the wife's phone. If you are on the wife's phone, you best hide that away very quickly. But Ashley, fantastic to see you once again. Dylan, it's always fantastic to be with you. I've got to say, I'm really looking forward to the racing, not only just on Monday nights, but our Thursday nights ACC is going to be something of a premiere for us. I know the guys from Eleanor have been looking forward to racing with SARCO. I had a chat with a few of them, and the excitement has been building for the start of the SARCO season. How are you guys feeling with the start of the SARCO season? And I mean, it's here, it's 2021, and it's all about making it right up to the top and going for the gold.
No, 100%. I'm a little bit disappointed I don't get to race, and obviously we've had this discussion because of lockdown, because of the restrictions, we aren't able to get you here. But as long as I get to have you as side by side in the commentary box, starting from next week, Stephen, I think it's going to be one hell of a season.
I'll be a lot more on my game versus now, that's for sure.
No worries. Okay, so we see it's just loading up in the background. You can hear that the game has now started. We are just running through, getting into that server once again. We have put together quite a tight schedule so that we're able to just bounce from the one lobby to the next. And the best way to do that, unfortunately, is by letting Kunos fix some of the issues that we have, so that we are able to have a proper director's view and director's functionality. But until that gets done, unfortunately guys, this is the best we have. But once the racing's up and running, it is easier to control the cars. I must just keep reminding myself, control the cars, change the camera. And there we go, it is now loading into the second server of the WeatherTech Laguna Seca race.
So far, Sly P putting in a quick time of 124.8, but right behind him is Shane, who is really on the money with only 0.027 of a second behind. I mean, that's incredibly close. Rainmaster Paul from Eleanor going and putting in a 0.015 right behind. So you can believe the racing this season is going to be intense. And even there, silver. Oh my heavens.
That's dirty. 0.009 of a second. That is phenomenal.
It is absolutely crazy. But this is what the season's going to be all about. Close, fast action right the way through. And I've got to say, I'm looking forward to the guys being able to do this and really getting right up there to have a bit of fun. Now, I mean, let's talk about the circuits that we got for this season. Not just simple put your foot down and disappear circuits. Lots of technical know-hows, all about tweaking the car to handle the corners and try carry as much pace through as possible. As also Ashley's going around the circuit and looking to make an impact as well.
Sorry to cut in there. Look at that, Sarge on top. And I did mention the Silence Assassin. Sarge now going quickest, 124.1. Currently in this lobby. Sarge, you can see in the purple and blue colors, having teamed up with the likes of the Chasing Beavers. His teammate Memo down in 8th place currently. So that will put him on a 25.3. So he is going a little bit quicker than he had told me that he was going earlier on in the day. Great to see Shane from Octane Racing. Shane was racing with us about 2 seasons ago. Took a little bit of a break, but here he's back in black at GTR, looking absolutely fantastic in that all black livery. Really awesome to see. Just looking at some comments. So Greg, the original Greg, that's Riot, he's saying Ash. Oh, sorry, Shane. Commentator's curse. We'll just leave. Just get off you there. Johan, he's actually put a message here for you, Stephen, a letter per line, and it looks like Jacques Vermeulen. He's just ruined that up. So, Johan, you're going to need to try that again with Jacques saying, come on, Paul, in the middle there. And then Johan, Jaco Notman is saying, Lacquer boys, as well as Ron. He's joined us saying, let's go, chicken wing. So great to see some of the support coming out here. So we have 7 minutes left of the session. To the guys that are in the server 1, we will be resetting in approximately 2.5 minutes. And then once this qualifying is over, we'll be able to jump in to your second session. And I must say, this making sure that your lap times are consistently fast is absolutely vital, because it's all about consistently getting those lap times up.
Absolutely, and a lot of people jumping in and out of our Facebook. I've got the Facebook comments open. We had Rodney Williams come in and take a look and see how we're doing. Father of Bevan Williams, national champion. Yep, also
welcome, Will. I hope
jumping in.
that you're enjoying what you're seeing.
So it's lovely to see that the racing community, despite not being able to race due to the current restrictions, taking a look at sim racing as it's been growing. And hopefully we'll see more and more names that from racing heading into sim racing. We already have a few, such as we've got Terry Wolford, who comes up and has a bit of fun with us. Good old Wolford, who goes and really causes havoc with most of the grids. And we've also got a couple of carters, not naming Dylan, who just giving seats away. Just saying.
What do you mean? So we were hold on. So yes, Peter Heidemann was signed up, and that was because Peter Heidemann had filled in for us before. Remember, I had to make the call. That was a boss, Mike. He said, let's get Peter Heidemann in, and off we'll go karting. But listen here, you will be my first reserve. How's that?
I enjoy the sidelines. You guys are too fast for me. I have to get my old walking stick to catch up. But it's lovely to see that sim racers coming to the real world motorsport and real world motorsport coming to the sim racers as it's growing strength to strength.
Look at that, Ashley, growing quickest in the session. A 124.0, just outdoing Sergey by 0.087. Looking at the time, so from first to 7th place, that is just over a second separating these guys. That's how close this racing currently is.
Absolutely, and you can see on the side of the course, rubber is starting to build up, so the lines are becoming more and more definite of where you have to place the car. Laguna Seca is very well known that if you go offline, you're going to see your backside very quickly. And a lot of these guys are pushing as hard as they can and just verging on that, on the marbles on the side. So definitely the guys are doing everything they can, but they have to be cautious not to throw away their stints as well. They've got 2 stints to try and make it up to get into that alpha tier, but it is so easy to lose a quarter of a second around Laguna Seca, and it's incredibly hard to get that quarter of a second back. Laguna Seca is very infamous for it, is timing, getting your time absolutely perfect. It's like Monza. It looks simple, but you make one mistake and you are going to struggle to get that time back. And as we see in Corkscrew, taking not only 1 but 2 of our cars through the Corkscrew, so definitely that also is a defining factor. Corkscrew, you can make up a lot of time coming down it, but as you come down, you get the little bit of a rise, and that lifts the car, lightens the steering, where you can over-correct, and you can turn a little bit too much, which will throw the car out completely, especially with these GT3s that rely so heavily on aerodynamic downforce versus mechanical downforce.
So I just kept the camera here on, that is Ryan. He hasn't got a lap in just yet, so he's under major pressure. He will have to get this lap in. If not, he will not have a lap counted, and that's definitely going to make it very interesting for our timekeepers to be able to qualify him. Down 30th place, that is Robert Stoltz. He seems to be just battling to get things together here, as well as Tyler. And 11th position, a name that we haven't seen for a while. Morris, unfortunately, not able to join us due to a PlayStation that was giving him lots and lots of troubles. Morris then was trying to get it fixed, couldn't get it fixed. He needed to have the motherboard replaced. He eventually donated that PlayStation through to a children's home, but we did want to get him racing, so some of the SARCO members have come together and they have replaced that PlayStation for Morris, and here he is racing with us once again.
So the Japanese product has got the driver to race in the Japanese tour. Congratulations. I like the marketing there. Well done.
That is correct.
No, absolutely great. It's the community itself for sim racing is absolutely amazing. I can even say from my side, we've had a terrible loss in the medical community, and the sim racing community has come out in leaps and bounds in support of the medics, nurses, and doctors. That has really taken every single person by storm. So to see the community, not towards themselves, but to everyone else, going out to a children's home, donating as well, it says leaps and bounds about what the community that we have actually built up here. And it's awesome that the SARCO members are able to get one of their drivers back on the circuit. I see in our Facebook chat we got Stephen Fulyun going and cheering on, and we've got Jacco Nootman saying missing the lack of racing. Well, Jacco, if you keep an eye out on Monday, you're going to see some of the incredible racing where it is
hold on. Yaku, Nierman, you know we've been racing. Come, it's about time. Yaku is one of the founding members of Chasing Beavers, so he's got no excuse. Come, Yaku.
He's caught the beaver, that's why he's not here.
So guys, Ryan's still under major pressure. He has got a minute left to go to get a lap time in, to get his number 26 Lexus around. Will he be able to do it? Still not sure. Ashley 123.9, so Ashley is the fastest here. Just looking at some of the comments coming through. Sean Princely saying, hi everyone, my first time here and looking forward to plenty more. Good luck to you all. Enjoy the racing. Well, Sean, thank you very much. I hope you enjoy your stay. We do a live stream Mondays and Thursdays. Just check out our website for all the racing action. Ryan has 24 seconds if he does not have an active lap. There we go. So he has put in a lap. So that definitely is going to help us. In terms of getting the times in, and just remember guys, we are taking the 3 sessions, taking an average of the fastest time, and that will be your qualifying time. Sorry Ryan, I suppose I should have jumped off there. Look at that, second place Marius 0.11 off Ashley's time, Sarge 0.12 off Ashley's time, Pete 0.2 down to 9th place, just over, lots and lots of inside curve there. That is really, really tricky. So just down to 9th place, you can see just over a second separates all these drivers. That is absolutely fantastic how close this is so far.
Well, if you had to think about the season, how close is the racing going to be? I think it's going to be nose to tail from first to last in Alpha and Bravo tier. Looking at this, the guys have ended 2020. They came into 2021 with a fire under their backsides, and they're really putting it all out on the line here. And I know we talk about Mamba fever, but these guys are coming with the vaccines and looking to release their own sort of fevers at this point. But Paul taking out the top, so Ash down into second place. Paul getting a 123.934, literally knocking Ashley by next to nothing off the top there. So absolutely incredible. I mean, this I'm really looking forward to see what they could do.
The Project Webcat comes back and just clips them. So yeah, that's an absolutely fantastic result there. So guys, we're just going to transition back into the other lobby. Just stand by. We will be back shortly. But as I try and exit out of the game, as it exits, the game crashes. They've got to restart the game, and then we go back in. But I thought instead of you guys seeing the blue screen, we'd rather just be talking to you, have a little bit of a taste of things to come, and get everybody racing once the screen is up. Seeing Sean Prinsloo saying, hopefully I can join the racing soon. Sean, you're more than welcome. He has a Pro, he has a wheel, just need to get a cockpit. Well, Sean, if you are looking for a cockpit, we do have some guys that are on our Discord. Come and join us, and we can put you in contact with Mal Jacques, as we know him. He's working on a little something that might be of interest to you.
And if you are battling and you really want to do it right now, if you got a Logitech of any kind or a Thrustmaster, they have got little clips onto the table onto your coffee table. Ask your wife to hold her legs out so you can put it on top, and you can come racing with us as well.
Hey, family show.
It is a family show. It is team support. They are supporting the steering. Any case, joining in the booth, we have got Ash, who I'm sure at this moment would be saying a few colourful words, but the microphone is turned off. Ash, how do you feel on first and then just getting your knees taken out from underneath you by Paul? How are you feeling, bud?
So, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you clearly.
Sorry, it's all about time, and I watched the first heats, and I know for a fact that I'm way off the time. So to me, it doesn't really bother me much. But I was quite lucky actually to get that time. I thought I was battling a bit, and yeah, well done to the Raymaster for taking that top spot in that session. But like I say, I know what the times are from the first session, and I'm nowhere near the pace of Jocks and
Grace. We saw a lot of rubber build-up getting put onto the outer edges of the circuit. How was it out there? Was it starting to get a little bit slippery? Was there a solid line that you had to follow, otherwise game over? And we saw a couple of guys losing it through corkscrew. Explain how the car feels going through corkscrew. Obviously, getting that little bit of lift is lightening up the steering a bit, so it's easy to make a mistake. How are you finding it, and what do you think is the best way to carry as much pace out of the corkscrew?
The track was obviously, with all the guys going around, getting a bit tricky on the outside, so you had to keep to your line. Otherwise, any small mistake and you run a bit wide, and that's it. Your lap is gone. For me in the corkscrew, I was just kept it in second gear, just kept momentum, and just let the car roll through through that section. Try not to put too much power onto the track coming out of it, so it wasn't getting any spin, and that seemed to help me. I can't say much for the other guys. I'm not too sure what they were doing through there, but so I'm still happy with that performance, even though it was slightly off the pace of the first session guys. I'm hoping to finish in the top 10 overall this evening.
Well, Sharks Racing doing a 123.2 as his lap out. Funny Hidden doing only 0.024 the second behind him in second place. And Greg 1.7 seconds behind, lying in third place. So, I mean, that really tells you how hard these guys are pushing. The Sharks has really pulled out all the stops, and I'm sure he's got a sticky note posted on his steering wheel of make sure to pit properly after last season, and he's looking to make an impact now and really make a comeback. So I've got to say, it's nice to see some old faces coming back and some new faces joining in for the racing. Taking a look at our Facebook, we've got Brandon DeSantos saying the times are super close. That is very, very true, bud. And Greg Barnes, thank you very much for coming in and joining with us as well. Also coming in from the racing community. So lovely to see more guys coming in, more guys watching. And I've got to say, I'm really, really excited to see what the drivers can do and what the season holds. Now, we've restricted it down to 3 manufacturers, Japanese GT3 cars. Gotta say, Honda looks the best out of all of them. Lexus is just a monster around the circuit, and honestly, the Nissan just seems like a sumo wrestler, in my personal opinion, and I'm dead scared about that car on Bathurst. But every single one of these drivers are making it look so easy around this technical circuit of Laguna Seca. And guys, how are you feeling with this Japanese tour? Are you excited to see what's coming out of it? Are you excited to see how that it's grown so much? With originally the interest being a little bit low when it was originally announced. The guys weren't quite sure about entering, obviously having a restricted. Now to have a lot of people coming in after having that time and just really showing the effort here. You guys put it all together. I want to get your personal opinions. Starting, we have to go looks before age. Ashley, you go first.
Yes, like How do you vote to kick off Discord here? I'm not sure. Let's see.
I blame it on the still pain.
Change is always good as a holiday. That's my opinion. I think changing things up a bit, restricting to what car can be used in that, it makes things more interesting, and also it levels the playing field a little bit. You'll find that some guys will go for the quickest car, for instance, and then you just end up having a one manufacturer battle. With this, at least we can say, okay, guys, this is the car that you've been given. This is what you're going to be racing through the championship, and stick with that and see how it goes. I think in real life racing, it works similarly. If you get a contract with a works team or something like that, you don't necessarily get to pick which car you want to drive. They basically pick you, and I think that's one of the things that we've now given an opportunity for the guys to experience. That's sort of the real world scenario, is that you can't always get what you want. So I think it's definitely going to change things up a bit, and I think we're still in for some very good racing this season.
And now to Dylan, who has not kicked me off Discord.
I couldn't find the button, Stephen. You're very lucky.
Dylan, give us some of your thoughts behind starting up the series, and you had a bit more discussion with the guys, some a little bit reluctant and others more open to the idea.
Yeah, so look, the thing is that if you're throwing somebody out of their comfort zone, everybody wants to win, and I know for a fact that I get myself into a Porsche, I'm going to make one or two little setting changes, and the car's gonna behave in a certain way, and I'm very comfortable with that. What then happens is that you go and drive another car, and you're now forced to drive that car, and sometimes people aren't really happy to do that. But what I've seen is that as guys have thought more and more about it, is that they're starting to open up their thoughts and say, but okay, hold on, if I'm forced to drive this, how do I go and make the best of it? And at the end of the day, what we want to do is compete. And if I'm able to say, for the likes of myself and Jake, to say, hold on, I was in a Honda, I know that you were quicker in the... what was that? Someone didn't realize we were coconuts. So I'm going quicker than him, and I know that he's faster than the Lexus. I can say, but hold on, I made that car work. I put in the time, and that's where I think that the guys will start benefiting from it and really start enjoying that experience once they start making that car their own.
Well, I've got to say it's absolutely awesome. It's nice to see some international guys coming in. Also, a big hi to Carl Lawrence, who's just joined in on Facebook. So, how's it, Carl? Nice to see you here. And he's also part of the esports karting, the sim racing for karting. So, lovely to have him in here, taking a look at some cars with the roof on it. Any case, going back, I think it's really cool. Nice to see Eleanor Badbull, one of the guys that we see overseas, coming in, joining us all the way from Australia. And I've got to say, it is fantastic to see international guys coming, getting their fix, especially the console racing as well. Needs some major love being shown, and the community just growing from strength to strength, and seeing the guys going into it. I got to say, a big turning thing, as you brought up, is you jump into a car and you're having to work with it. It's not a car that you're very familiar with, but you have to make do with what you got. And sometimes it gives the best racing that you've had. Personal experience I can put in was the Porsche. Last season that you put me in, the green Mamba, that didn't strike me once, twice, 3 times or more. I went home with enough bites on me, that's for sure. But the setup to it was very, very key. Eventually, the last race, safe setup, turned the traction control up a little bit, and I could keep the car in check. You have to make do with what car you got, and it turns out it's actually a lot more fun because it's a nice little challenge. It gets you thinking of, all right, what can I do next? How can I push myself that little bit more? as we see Jacques Racing doing a 123.2 in the Lexus, Van Heerden doing a 0.024. I mean, you look at these times, they're so close to one another. Jake's lying in third place, and Greg lying in fourth place. So I got to say, it's really, really great. And also for the community, I think it's a nice rejuvenation, because you always drive the same old Audi or the same old Ferrari or even the Mercedes. Jumping into the Japanese cars where they don't get as much love, it's something to see. Also 100%. Taking a look, Richard Taylor jumping on board. How's it, Richard? Thank you for joining us on Facebook. So I gotta say, Facebook is buzzing. How does YouTube look?
So yeah, I must say that it's still going. Some love coming from Senior goes to Irish Dawn. We've got lots and lots of conversations about guys talking about their new rigs that they're going to be building, and that's Sean Princely, known as Stig's boss, chatting to the original Greg, so we know him as Riot, saying that Riot built his first one out of some wood. Sorry guys, yes, I know that every now and again that the car gets stuck on the view, but that's because I'm resetting servers in the background, trying to change the camera, so apologies when we get into the actual racing. Next week, I promise you, we will be following that action a lot lot more closely.
What I would love to see, and this is actually a challenge to all the sim races, for everyone. We want to see you guys take a photo, post on Facebook of your rig, with you in the rig or out of the rig. We want to see what your rigs are, post it on Facebook, and tag SARCO, South African Racing Community Online. Go and tag us. We want to see what your rigs are, and maybe you get talked about during some of our SARCO events if we're just having a quick interview or chat. Wouldn't that be a nice challenge for all our community to go and see what are our drivers using to perform to the absolute pinnacle of the console racing?
100%. Yeah, I must say I'm absolutely fallen in love with this livery that Reva's running, the yellow and blue. It's like almost what I would use for the SARCO colors, but I would change the yellow with more of a green as he crosses line with a that's 2.2 seconds more from Jacques from inside. But that puts him at a 25.5, so that's actually not bad at all.
No, it's absolutely incredible. I mean, you take a look at all the times. The guys are really giving it their all. Jacques still at the pinnacle. Fjerden is right behind him. Jake's also trying everything, but gets beaten out by Alexander. I've got to say, the guys are really giving it everything they got. Do they know that this is just to get into Alpha, or are they actually going for gold? Because it looks like they're racing for position at this point. Ash, what do you think?
I think I need to practice a lot because I'm way off the pace at the moment, and I'm feeling a bit embarrassed about that. So at the moment I'm out on track, and I'm trying to get I'm trying a different setup, and it's actually not working. I'm actually gliding through the corners. I've got somebody behind me flashing, get out the way. It's no, it's not working. So I'm going to go back into the pits and see what else I can do.
Ash, how much time have you got left there?
We've got about 3 minutes left here.
What do you mean? Is that in your?
Sorry, 1 minute and 30 seconds free practice left.
Thank you. That's what I wanted to check, because we'll go back into your qualifying now.
Absolutely incredible. So far, Jacques beats out everyone with a 123.2. Van Heerden doing a 0.024 behind him. But absolutely incredible to see the Nissans really striking out at the top there. But the Lexus coming out on top. Jake's lying in fourth place currently. And as the grid starts to finish up, I've got to say, the level of
something here. If you ever look at Dion's car, and then we quickly go to a Flip's car, they're driving the same car, the same livery. That's pretty awesome.
Ooh.
So I'm almost thinking there might be a bit of a team being built up here. So obviously with me not being part of Ugly Mumbers is that he's looking for a driver, so we'll definitely have to see what happens there. So guys, we are just going to jump out of here quickly, just so we can go and join, as we mentioned earlier, Ashley in his lobby. And once again, we just got to shut off the game and restart. So 100%, what's going to happen is we're going to get to a point now, Stephen, where guys are going to start talking to each other. What are we doing in terms of a team? Who can I drive with? See, Dion van Heerden, we are a team at Dylan. Wow. See, you just got to know what you're looking for. So Dion, thanks so much for that. Some great times there for you. And I think both yourself and Flip together as a team is really going to bring some incredible competition to the Alpha tier guys, that's for sure.
What I can't wait for, and this is something you didn't see as often because you were driving, but fortunate enough I got to see it, and also I've had B telling me a lot, was the support from the crowd cheering on the teams was crazy. The comments blew up talking about the teams, cheering the teams, that it went absolutely mad. The comments went wild. I can't wait for that to come back. And it's all going to happen starting from Monday with our older cars between the brute force American machines of the Chevrolet.
I managed to get myself into Camaro there, but I must say, if it wasn't for the fact that I got a free pass by finishing on the podium in the last season, I would not have qualified for Alpha. That is how close the competition has got within our SARCO ranks. Absolutely
Incredible. And if you guys would like to be part of this as well and join in on racing with us, take a look at us, take a look at SARCO, look us up on Facebook, come into our Discord, even go to our online page. You can also find our online page through our Facebook. Jump on, register with us. We would love to have you. The more, the merrier. We love our community. We love growing our community. There is prizes to be won, and I've got to say, they absolutely amazing. From, I mean, let's talk about last season. We had magnetic shifters for G29s. I mean, that by itself helps the feeling of the series feel 100 times better. We had button boxes being made up as well, which is incredibly exciting.
So actually, just talking about those quickly, and those were done through Some Stuff Racing, and we're actually going to be doing the live draws for those next week, Monday. So just before we get going in the actual race, we will have the founder of Some Stuff Racing, Johan VDV, joining us for a little chat before we get racing, and we'll do the live draw of those prizes, and hopefully we will get some really, really happy drivers with their new Some Stuff Racing gear.
Absolutely, it's incredible, and I honestly cannot wait for it to happen. It's going to be something exciting, and I think it's going to be something to keep an eye out for. Everyone's going to hang on, and absolutely amazing product made by Some Stuff Racing. But now we're heading into the next round of our qualifying to see who's going to make that Alpha tier.
So we are heat number 4, and I just wish that I had an extra pair of hands so we could start getting the times in, but we keep it up on the stream. Once the stream is done, we then go and review, we then do a full audit of all the points, the times, we then put it through, and then we'll make the announcement of who's qualified where. So guys, unfortunately I don't have an update for you right away, unless Pete, we might need to speak to Taryn to see whether she's able to help us. Taryn, how's it? Sorry, I'm joking.
Alright, Dylan, I think the experience is never issues, but I'm going to say thank you for having a contract box but to everyone in the SARCO community and to you guys at home watching the racing. Can't wait to see you guys, can't wait to see the season as it all starts.
Sorry, Stephen, you're breaking up terribly. All I hear is it sounds like a robot voice. trying to say something, but unfortunately nothing's really coming through. So Sarge currently going quickest at the moment, 124.3. There goes Paul, he's at top of the log once again, just out qualifying Sarge by 1.83 of a second. Some really good times there for him. Just looking at some comments coming through. Listen, if I had a good game, Dion. Dion is absolutely having a cracker here, so that's for sure. Shane, he's right up there, so that's about a 124.7 for him. Stephen, who I thought we had in shot, cameraman Tim. I don't know why we keep getting this cameraman Tim in. Ronaldo, he's returned to the racing with us. We did see him come and go through the last season. He was racing with us on the Sunday. Nice and close as he heads up the hill, just avoiding the driver who was trying to rejoin the track. Wouldn't quite know who that was, because you can see that the two liveries were the same. But now coming down this corkscrew, turns 8, and just managing to hang on to that. We'll see in the background there, that was somebody going off. You see Ryan, he's managed to get in a lap time now, so a 127.6 there for him. Ronaldo saying some commentary in the background there. You can see his little microphone coming in. A slight Pete, he's still moving his way up, so within 0.68 of a second. So really, really good there. Good effort there for him. Shane, he's just over half a second behind, and once again, first to 7, we can see Memo's put in a great lap. That puts him in about a 124.9 or so. He might just be under that 125, and unfortunately the telemetry that we have doesn't give us the full splits, but you can see very, very congested on this part of the track. This is through turns 5 and 9 up through turn number 6. You can see some cars going off there, but we're currently following Veritaris, that is Memo, our Greek international. He's trying to better his time there and doing absolutely fantastically to GTR. He was in the Lexus doing some practice. Let's see, Ash, he's also trying finding some more pace now, so he's gone a lot quicker, so just 0.3 off. Ashley now going quickest, 123.7, so Ashley really putting one out of the bag there. I'm sure he'll be absolutely ecstatic with that time. So remember, 1.3 seconds off Ashley, who is now the fastest lap. Greg, you couldn't have said it any better. Power lap, Ash, that is for sure. And Jacques Lennon saying, so happy to see Marius back. Yes, we are too. And I'm pretty sure that the guys at Eleanor will be happy to have him racing once again. So I see that Tyler Scott, he's bettered his time from the first session. 1.1 seconds off Ashley currently. So that's definitely going to start moving him up. And just in terms of the splits, we'll just have to see how many guys had qualified. We know that Gerard, he isn't racing this evening. He unfortunately had some family matters to attend to, but he is an automatic qualifier. So we will need to figure out where we're going to be placing him. As well as Robert Stoltz, looks like he's just joined. He's only got 7 minutes to get a lap in, so he's really going to have to find some magic there. And as I wanted to jump onto Paul, he jumps into the pits, and Marius goes quicker, and so does Sarge. So Paul now are dropping down. Cameraman Tim is stuffing that shot up once again. I honestly got a little confused there, but I know why Paul's in that car. The Lexus doesn't allow you to change the colors too much. There's about 6 or 7 preset liveries that you can choose from, and that's it. You're able to change the numbers, and you're able to change the tire color. On the computer, I'm not quite sure here on PlayStation. We'll have to check that as Paul runs very wide and he goes sailing off, heading down the hill. So Carl Petzer, he's joined us saying hello, boom, some Ash power. I don't think it's gonna stick great, but we'll definitely keep our eye on that. But that was an absolutely fantastic performance there by Ash, as well as now Mario starting to find his groove. You can see him getting back up there. Sarge also absolutely fantastic, the silent assassin. Then it is Paul in 5th place. Then Shane, he's got himself firmly there in 6th. That's half a second separates Shane and Ronaldo. 5 minutes left of the session. Then it is Tyler in 8th. Then Memo, he's down in 9th place. Then we've got Ethan, he's in 10th with Stephen 11th. Robert in 12th, so he has managed to get a lap time in. Dirkie down in 13th. That's very surprising. I'm pretty sure that he's battling to probably find some clean track. Then Ryan down in 14th place. Andrew Horn saying, go Peter Hardeman, you biscuits. Andrew, how's it? I hope you're well. Peter Hardeman now putting himself second, 0.33 off that fastest time. So there's the man in question. It is Peter Hardeman getting a little bit loose coming through the corkscrew. But he's managed to get that GTR safely through there. Just a few more corners left. Will he be able to better his time as he comes out of turn number 10? Now he'll set up for the final corner, turn number 11. See, he stayed off that inside curve because I generally try and get my front wheel over that inside curve. He crosses the line and does not improve. So currently Pete will stay there in the 2nd place. Just need to reset the first server, so that will be the last session that we're going to be doing. So there we have it, the first server has been reset. So Brandon, I think it's because that Alexis have probably just locked the setups and obviously wanted to keep their sponsors' interests at bay. Not quite sure, this is just me speculating. Let's see, Morris, he's still in 3rd, then Sarge in 4th place, Paul 5th, then Shane in 6th, Ronaldo 7th, Tyler 8th, Memo down in 9th, Ethan 10th, Stephen 11th, Robert 12th, Dirk still down in 13th place. I would have expected him to have been able to get up higher, and then Orion down in 14th place. So we'll just keep the camera here on Dirkie. 3 minutes left of this qualifier. Theo saying go Morris, and Morris doing an absolute sterling job here. Just remember guys, these are not necessarily the cars the guys are going to be driving for this championship. We will be mixing it up once the qualifiers are done. The cars get allocated to the drivers, and it's literally one for you, one for you, one for you. That is how we're going to be doing it. We are keeping it as random as possible. and even the drivers themselves won't know if they qualify first in this session versus first in the other session, which car they're going to be getting. So it is still a very open game for anybody at this stage. So we're just under 2 minutes left. The first server has been reset for a final time, and I'm pretty sure that the guys will be getting into the practice session. It's only a little 5-minute session that happens there, and then we go straight into the qualifier. Still on Dirk, you can see that he's now let a driver go, and I think that's what she wrote. Carl, you can get Discord on your phone. Just go into the App Store and you can download it, because what happens, a lot of the drivers, they will put the Discord on their phone, and that's how we do our driver interviews. Other guys joining us in our live chats on the Discord. See Paul closing up that time. He's now gone a second quickest. Pete was up there, 0.28 of a second behind Ashley, and then Ryan 0.3, Pete 0.3, Warriors 0.3, then Shane 0.7, 0.8. So the first 7 places are separated by 0.8 of a second. Carl, yes you can. There's the little, if you go into the SARCO server and you've got right at the top, you can actually click on there to create an invite. You're able to copy the invite, and from there you're able to open it with your phone. So guys, that is the end of our 4th session. The 5th session will be starting shortly. So we're just going to wait for the time to run down, and then we'll have to just bring up our holding screen and then jump back into the first server. So we're just waiting. We can see Morris, he's still on track, as well as Stephen. You can hear them in the background there, just going past. And that is it. So guys, we're just going to be exiting out of the game once again. The server 1 has been reset. The guys would have already started joining there. So you can hear in the background the sounds of the starting of Assetto Corsa. And guys, just remember, if you're looking to get yourself one of our SARCO trackers, they are available. We do have a limited amount, so if you'd like to order, just direct message us on our Facebook page. We will be able to get back to you. And unfortunately, guys, it is first come, first serve, but this isn't the last of the orders. We do have some more coming with some secret little tidbits that will be coming in the next couple of weeks. So do look out for that. All those details will be put up as soon as we are ready to go. So the Assetto Corsa Competizione has started in the background. And I do think for next time I'm going to make our spectators password a little bit shorter, which might make things just a little bit easier. So there we have it, the WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca is loading in the background, and you can see the last car that I used was the Lexus. So there is still 13.5 minutes to go. Guys, just let me know. I hope you are just happy with the way the broadcasting has been brought to you. It is obviously not ideal, but we are definitely making use of what we have. So this will be the last session for the Alpha server. Apologies for the qualifying server 1. We will be separating the guys into an Alpha and Bravo tier, and that will be determined once we just finalize those numbers, just to get a sense of who has been able to put in a qualifying, who hasn't, and we'll be able to get those results out. We'll share them up on our Discord for everyone to see, and once this is done, we will be releasing the qualifiers for both the Monday night and Thursday night on our Facebook page, so you're able to see the different teams that have been created, and that's going to be really interesting to watch for the upcoming weeks. So the drivers to look out for is Jacques, Dion, Jakes, Connor and Greg. They've been the quickest of this bunch here in our first of the qualifying servers. And there goes Jacques racing 123.1. So that 22 is definitely coming, and more and more I'm thinking about it. I don't think I hit the 22. I think it was a 23.4 was my quickest. So apologies there, I created that expectation. I'm hoping to see a 22, not necessarily that 21. Ashley, fastest on track. You obviously seem to have found something that worked for you.
Yeah, I switched to the anti-roll, to the roll bars and that, and it seems to help me a little bit. So, but I forgot to save it, so that didn't help me at all.
Well, if your car's still in that server, you better go and save it quickly, because it would still be active, and you must just go and save it before that server gets reset for your last session.
Okay, well, I didn't know that, so I'll certainly rejoin and see if my settings are still there. That might help.
If you've exited, then no.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Then they're definitely not there. So there's the first 22 that we've seen, a Jacques racing 122.9. That is currently the fastest time that we have seen here this evening. That is an absolute cracker of a time.
No, that is insane. I don't think I can get any closer to what I'm doing this evening, and I'm throwing everything I can at it. And so for Jacques to easily break that 123 is phenomenal, and I'm just waiting for Jakes now, because I mean Jakes seems to be off the pace, but I suppose it's still early days. He hasn't quite set a time yet, so what if he's maybe made a change to his setup and it's possibly not working for him, or he's caught in traffic. I just want to check. He's number 14, and I see he's just behind 118, which is FVZ_118. So
France on sale. So France, that's a good time for France, because that's France Flip. That's actually a good time for Flip, because that's a 123.9 there for him. So really good effort there, completely.
Yeah, and the track seems a little quicker than what I've been practicing the last couple of days. So I think there is a bit of pace in it still. Hopefully we'll see the likes of Jakes, and maybe even like Bad Bull. I know he's been pretty good, but he's in that Honda, and from my experience in the Honda, it just doesn't have the pace compared to the Lexus and the Nissan. I don't know if you managed to take the Honda out for a test drive, Dylan?
So I did, and we actually, myself and Stephen were talking about it earlier, is that the Honda requires a lot of work. But I personally think the Honda would be quicker than these two once you get that setting dialed in. I just got up to pace a lot quicker on the Lexus than I did on the Honda. The GTR, to be honest, I didn't even try it.
So for me, the Honda, I managed to take the corners really quickly, but it just seemed to lack a bit of power compared to the Nissan and the Lexus. And I do think it has a smaller engine, if I'm not mistaken, than the two cars that it's challenging at the moment. But it's still a good car to drive, and well done to Bear Bull for taking up that challenge and keeping the Honda flag flying for us.
What I do find is interesting is it goes Lexus, Nissan, Lexus, Nissan, Lexus, Nissan, Lexus, Honda, then Nissans. So yeah,
very,
it's very
definitely the Lexus and the Nissan very closely matched. For me, the Lexus was difficult to grasp. I don't know if it was maybe my steering setup, maybe. And I'm just looking at, maybe for me my G29 is best suited for the Nissan. I don't know. But with the Lexus, I just found that I was getting a lot of understeer and just not able to control the car as nicely as with the Nissan. So and that's why I decided to go with the Nissan. But looks like Jock has managed to take that Lexus and is doing magical times with that at the moment.
Yeah, the thing is that we don't know what car that Jacques will be getting, so anything can still happen. Just looking at some messages coming through, so we've got Senior Ghost, he's cheering for PW1, so that's Papa Whiskey 1 Racing team that has been set up there. Vaughan Hills, he's saying what's up? What's up, Vaughan? Hope you're doing well. Thanks very much for troubleshooting with us this afternoon. We were able to get that fixed pretty quickly. Thank you very much. Senior Ghost, even saying come on Chicken Wing and come on Irish Dawn. Lots of support coming there as well. Just looking, we've got Freshie. He's going to be rejoining. So this is a guy who's out in the US. He's putting in some time there on that Honda now. Just hoping that he is able to get it up to speed, because the last thing we want is for the guys to say, oh, they got in the Honda, and that's impacted on them putting in that qualifying time.
So was that Freshie from Canada, or is it from the USA?
No, that's one of the new drivers, but I don't see him on track this evening. Just wanted to see here. That is Tucker Murphy.
Yes. Also South African born, now residing in Canada and looking to join the SARCO family. So if you are listening, please come and join us. I know there's a massive time difference between Canada and there, so I think they're still, I suppose they're also just waking up for the day. So perhaps that's maybe
late afternoon for them.
Well, it's 10 hours behind, so it'll be about 11 o'clock in the morning still.
Okay, fair enough. I just went back just to have a look. What we need to just remember is that Ryan and Freshie are automatic qualifiers for the Alpha tier, and that's because they both won their class in the Bravo tier last season.
That's going to mix things up again. We know we've seen from Project Cars how the guys who just thought they made it into the Alpha tier unfortunately were knocked out by the guys who had automatically qualified.
If it wasn't for my automatic qualification, I would have not qualified. that is how close those times were. It is
It was
phenomenal.
insane.
Absolutely
It was a
phenomenal.
great session.
So, guys, unfortunately, we weren't able to show that load shedding had kicked in, and that was the end of me. And unfortunately, not able to get back. But we do have the generator that has been sponsored by CT Auto Electrical. So thank you very much for that. I just wanted to mention, Connor has got himself in the 22s. .006 off Shark Racing. That is absolutely incredible.
And if you look at his first sectors, he was up in the first two sectors, so just losing out in that last sector, so obviously making a slight mistake there, and that's the reason why he's in second place. But that's a phenomenal time there from young Connor. Yeah, I'm quite impressed. Yeah, you know, when he's not bumping people off the track or breaking ribs, he can actually drive.
Or drive into his teammates.
To Connor there, that's a fantastic time so far.
So, interesting, as I say, assessment, but interesting call is that Memo has just come on saying that there's no Hondas in serve for number 2. You have to keep track of that, but that's pretty interesting.
I didn't take notes of that, but yeah.
This is where we need Daniel War Machine Morales to go back and have a look at the stream and say, yes, that memo is correct, but I'm pretty sure that memo is right.
Good to old friend Steve that he decided to take an early retirement from commentating.
No shame, man. Look, we know that he actually isn't well, but I think that's good old-fashioned FOMO, fear of missing out, and
Yes.
it's like not having any of it. He's going to come and join us for a bit. So, Stephen, thank you very much for joining us.
Absolutely.
Just resetting the final session for server 2.
Head back to that server, maybe just phone Connor quickly to get his setup.
Nice.
I mean, that's the least he could do for, you know, cracking my ribs.
Oh, very nice. Jeez. So, talking about being on the 122s, there goes Jacques Racing, a 122.8. So he's gone an additional couple of hundredths of a second faster. So just answering Paul Fenter's question, auto qualifiers are P1 and 2 from Alpha Bravo. That is correct. So that's the first 3 podium positions in Alpha and the 2 from Bravo, which means that Ryan and Freshie, or Guy, are automatic qualifiers into Alpha. So I'm actually quite excited to see what this new team, and I'd love to know what the team name is for Dion and Flip's going to be. The fact that they are a second off Jacques' pace means they are definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with.
For sure. Look, I think Jacques in a bit of a league on his own at the moment, and we've seen him from previous leagues, and that he's definitely somebody to to beat. But I mean, I think the only guy who can really challenge him at this stage would most likely be Jakes and Connor. Well, Connor seems to be on the pace here at the moment, but I'm still looking forward to a good league ahead.
Yeah, most definitely. I do think it's going to be a lot of fun. Just seeing as Greg does a few donuts there in the background there. This is now Dubi running himself a little bit wide, so that will be the end of that. Actually, just how much time have we got there on your side?
they're in a qualifying session at the moment, so I don't know if you want to restart that server. There's still 8 minutes left on the clock.
Oh goodness, which means that that session wasn't reset. So apologies there, guys.
And Sarge just did a 123.2, so he's going to be pretty peeved with that.
Green light, go.
Ash, maybe you can just tell them apologies that the server wasn't reset. I was pretty sure that I pushed the button.
I'm sure they realised that something wasn't.
So Sarge will just have to again.
It was a quick time there by Sarge, so the time's definitely getting quicker this evening.
So guys, once again, we are just changing screens, changing servers, and going through this very frustrating process. But for race day, just remember we only have to do this once when we go from the one lobby to the next. And for this season, we have extended the race time by an extra 5 minutes. So instead of us doing a 40-minute race, we will be doing 45 minutes. And I know that starts just playing a little bit with the fuel, because it adds in an extra 2 or 3 laps of fuel, and the cars are going to be a little bit heavier, which creates a bit of issues earlier on. And all we want to do is just add in a little bit of the unexpected.
Thanks, Dylan.
Well, the fact that I'm not racing, I can do whatever I want, right?
Yeah, clearly. Okay. Let's see if that. So, Dylan, if you don't mind, I'm going to leave this. Oh, sorry, there's still 4 minutes left of this free practice.
Okay, so maybe what we can do is, if you could just drop a message on the Discord, maybe we could get Jacques Racing to come and join us. I'd love to see whether we can get Dion in as well as Flip. Hopefully, Jakes will pop in as well. Just to have a little chat, just to see how they enjoyed this the format, and let's get chatting to our drivers.
Who else did you want to get into the lobby? Was it Jake's, Jock? Did you say Flip?
Yeah, Flip, and possibly Dion. Let's get them in and see what they have to say. And I'm just going to need to rely on you just so that we know when the other session has started. That'll be great, so I can just get my passwords up and running and ready, and I can just push X when you say that you're in.
3 minutes left.
Hello Dylan, Flip, can you hear me?
Flip, how's it? Yes, I can hear you. I just want to adjust your volume here quickly. Just give you some more power. That should be perfect. So Flip, welcome into our little commentary box. We did pick up on the stream that both yourself and Dion were in the same colors, and we expected that to be a bit of a team rivalry going on there, and a joining of a team. And it was confirmed in the comments that you guys are definitely going as a team. Very interesting. How did you enjoy this qualifying?
Yeah, thanks Dylan, it was awesome. Thanks to my teammate, we worked really hard, practiced hard, worked on setups. Well done Dion, thank you. Yeah, And awesome concept. Thanks, Dylan.
Only a pleasure. Dion, an absolute cracker of a session there for you. Really mixing it up there in the top 5 with the guys. At some point, you were actually sitting in second place. A great qualifier there for you and your team.
Yeah, thanks, Dylan. Nice to see you again. It's been a while. I just couldn't get a bloody decent lap in the last session. I'm disappointed in that, but yeah, it's still quite a good result. And now me and Flip, we're practicing together and playing with setups, etc. So yeah, it worked out well for us, eh?
No, absolutely fantastic. What is the team name that you guys are going with? Do you have one yet?
We've decided on Takumi Racing. So Takumi means skilled. So
very nice. So some more teamwork coming from Takumi Racing, hopefully to give Project Wetcat Racing a little run for their money. And talking about Project Wetcat Racing and our current SARCO champion for Assetto Corsa, Jacques. Flippin' hell, a 22.8 absolute crack of a lap time there for you. You're on mute.
Hello?
Session over, free session over.
Thank you, Ashley.
Testing.
Yep, we can hear you. Thanks so much,
Awesome.
Jacques, for joining us.
Yeah, no, to be honest, it wasn't as easy as I thought. It was a bit of a struggle, especially in the second and third sessions, because, I mean, second place was less than a tenth away from my time. So I really felt the pressure, but obviously I just didn't take this as serious as the races, because I knew, I mean, I can either come first or just, sandbag it and see what car I get. So, but yeah, man, I really enjoyed the session. It's great fun having these hot lap qualifying rounds, and yeah, congrats to the top 3.
No, awesome, Jacques. Thanks so much, guys, and I believe that the last of the servers, the sessions, they've just started there, so we're just going to jump out. So thank you guys for joining. We're really looking forward to seeing you guys mixing it up on track next week.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Great. Well done, Jacques.
Thanks, guys. Well done.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Well done,
cheers.
guys. Thank you.
So there we have it, guys. We are going into the final session, and hopefully we get my Jakes who can join me. And here I see him coming in. So really awesome to see my Jakes.
How's it, Mato?
How you doing?
Hey, man. It was tough tonight, man.
I can see so. We were a bit worried there. You were sitting down in 8th place, 2.5 seconds off the pace, thinking, whoa, what's going on here? Then all of a sudden, you seem to pull one out the bag and you got yourself up there again.
Yeah, no, it was tough. I couldn't find my groove tonight, Dylan, but it doesn't matter where you end up. It matters what car you are gonna get. So I don't want to get. Yeah, I've got a favorite car that I want, but yes.
Are you willing to share that favorite car with our viewers?
Man, no. Just now I'm not gonna get it. Then they're gonna laugh at me.
Oh man. So Jakes, I know that you have been working on getting a teammate. I don't know if you've managed to find a teammate yet, or are you ready to announce a teammate by any chance?
Yes, I can announce my teammate.
So
very proud.
Are you going to want to get your teammates in and maybe have a discussion after this qualifying session? Unfortunately, I went in as a SARCO driver, which is why we weren't really able to see. I just wanted there to be a reveal of any chance. And is this driver driving as a Mamba?
Yes, this driver is absolutely going to drive as a member. I think it's going to shock the racing community to find out who it's going to be. But yeah, I first want to hear from him if it's fine if I can announce it. He told me that that he's that he's willing to be my teammate. So I don't know if you can't reach him. I might announce it.
Okay, well, let's just see whether we can get into into the session. Okay, so the session is reloading. Sorry there, guys. I just got so excited to see my previous and Green Mamba teammate Jakes joining me. Jakes, this session and the qualifying in this format, is this something you enjoy?
Yes, absolutely, Dylan. I think it's fair. But yeah, there's a lot of fast guys in this ACC. Yeah, it's going to be tight. It's going to be an awesome championship. I can't wait.
And it is so nice to see the likes of Dion coming up.
Van Heerden,
as well as Flip.
He's fast. Yeah.
The two of them joining up together to create Tacoma Racing, that is absolutely fantastic. And I promise you, they're going to be giving a lot of our seasoned racers a little run for the money. That's for sure.
Yes, absolutely. And a guy that totally surprised me tonight was Connor. They're from Yugi, one of Yugi's finest.
One of Yugi's finest, indeed.
Yes, he surprised me a lot. And I was telling the guys there, we were we were chatting to each other, and I told him, no man, we must make a plan with this jog racing. He's getting like Lewis Hamilton. It's getting boring now. Every time he's in front, that's boring now. Come on, jog.
Oh man. So, great time there for Shane. That will put him on a 123.874. How's that for quick maths?
That's good. Yeah,
wait,
that's
sorry,
good.
Jake, you actually can't see. Let me just share my screen. So at least you can see what I'm looking at. Darfate.
Oh, lekker.
And just with you not knowing what car that you're going to be given, how does that make you feel?
Dylan, I've done some time in all three of those vehicles, but there's definitely one that I favour. I'm not going to mind if I get any one of those three, but I will definitely be happy with the one if I can get that one.
Pretty sure I know which one that is, my Jakes.
You must know because you are also a member, so
100%.
you should know.
So we can see that's Paul Fencer's gone quickest, 123.5. Morris in second place, 23.8 for him. And then we have Shane Ronaldo. He's also moving up the order. He's currently in fourth place with Memo, 1.4 seconds off Paul. Then Dirkie, I'm actually very surprised with Dirkie. I thought he would be a little bit higher up, but it looks like he has a struggle to hook it up. There's 3.6 seconds off Paul's time at the moment. Tyler 3.9 seconds down, and then we've got Stephen Ryan who hasn't quite been able to hook things up, but he will automatically qualify for the Alpha tier. And then Ashley, he's also been putting in some amazing laps coming from nowhere, where he said that he wasn't comfortable and managed to hook up a very low 23 there for him. So awesome to see.
There's two big surprises tonight there, especially Ryan. I mean, when we practiced together, that guy was putting down fast, very fast laps. So I don't know what happened there with him with those times. And then Marius with a 23, you said 23.8. You must remember Marius didn't have a PlayStation for 3 months, and today only he loaded ACC and he started driving today. So to put on that times, I mean, I was practicing for the whole week and getting those times. So yes, Marius, that's excellent time.
I honestly think I got the message from Marius at about 11 o'clock to say he's going to give ACC a go now.
Wow, yeah, no, that's absolutely. A very fast racer there.
So here's an update for you, my Jakes. Memo has just done a 124.7. He told me earlier on this today that he was only able to get into a 126. So he's found nearly 2 seconds in these 2 sessions. So that is absolutely fantastic to see Memo finding that pace in that Lexus.
Absolutely. Very nice work from Memo there.
So
wow, to get 2 seconds out of one evening.
I'm going to say Sly Pete, he's in 6th. He was to a 0.33 off Ashley's time, and now he's currently 1.2 seconds. So we're still waiting for him to hook one up there for the Rough Riders. And there's still this news that Pete is holding on to, that if things go the way we think it is, it's going to change the landscape of SARCO forever. So I'm really hoping that it does happen. So if you are listening, please let it happen. There goes Sarge. I told you, Sarge, silent assassin. Look at him. And I keep calling him that because you don't expect him to be there. 0.4 off Paul, that puts him on a 123.9.
That's not a bad pace. Dylan, I just need to go get my charger for my phone.
100%, my jakes. So, guys, there is just over 6 minutes left. Just tell us, who do you think the driver of the day is for you? We'd love to hear from you. We will just see whether we can chat to some of the drivers after. A little bit wide there for Memo as he comes out of the last corner. So he'll cross the line. Doesn't improve, and he just gets himself out of the way completely. Shane, he's in the pits as well as Ronaldo. 6 minutes left. There's Sarge in those very purple colors, the colors of the Chasing Beavers. Sorry for that.
Is there any way? Oh, I can watch the stream if I just press that button, isn't it?
That is correct. So these, my jakes, you are now seeing it a lifetime. And dear Van Heeren, you're absolutely 100% correct. Wow, Morris is going to be a serious contender. Flip is saying that Dion is driver of the day. I'm hesitating to say possibly, but I'm very, very impressed with the lap times that he was doing, that's for sure. We do have Jacques Vermeulen saying absolute beast lap there from Rainmaster, and that is 100% correct there, Jacques. Absolute great lap time there. Sean Prince,
what is the lap time there, Dylan?
Is on fire for Paul.
Yes.
He's on a 123.5.
Ah, that's a good time. Wow.
And we see Ashley at the bottom in 14th place. Hasn't got a lap in yet. 4 minutes left. So Ashley is under major pressure, and I'm sure he's feeling it.
I think so. And if you're under such pressure, the chances of making mistakes is huge.
So we are watching Ashley, but he does have a driver in front of him as he comes into the final corner, turn number 11. Looks like he has got a good exit. He didn't run too wide. He crosses the line and goes 6th. So that's 124.1 there for Ashley. Not what I expected. So that's not going to put him out of the Alpha tier, but it's definitely going to drop him a little bit further down than he would have liked to have finished, that's for sure.
Wow, how's that for putting in a lap at the last minute, eh? Wow.
Well, he could still be on a lap here. Just want to see who's that in front of him. It looks like 132, so that's Tyler. I should have thought. That is in the Team Ezekiel colours. Tyler Scott.
Love those colours.
You know, it needs just a little splash, a little bit more black, I think, and a lot more green. So Brandon van Niekerk, a comment from you. We are using Assetto Corsa Competizione. We are on the PlayStation 4. So if you do have that combination, you feel free to come and join us. You can check out our website. It is sarcoracing.co.za. All the information is there. As we watch Tyler crossing the line, will he improve? Yes, he does. Yes. He goes 8th. So what I've noticed is now from first, who's now Sarge, 123.4, 0.066 faster than than Rainmaster, who's a Paul Fenter.
Wow.
Marius 0.3 off that time. Shane 0.3 off that time. Ronaldo 0.6. Ashley 0.7. Pete 0.8. I can't believe how close these times
Close.
are. This championship
close.
is going to be crazy.
Where do you think the cutoff for the Alpha tier guys is going to be, Dylan?
Oh, my Jakes, I actually don't know. And that's because there are so many 123s and so many low 124s that
Yes.
I'll be very surprised if anybody who's not in a 124 doesn't make it.
Sure. It's so close, eh?
And the beauty about having the average across those is you have to be on it. You can't
Yes,
have
absolutely.
one little slip up.
Yep. It's a pity you can't choose your own colors on the Lexus.
Yeah, completely. Well, at least we can change the number, and I think you can change the wheel color. If I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, very impressed there with Ryan Edwards right at the top there, 123.4. There's Ashley, he's also improved now, so that puts him on a 123.8. So
That's a good time.
our top 5 drivers are all in the 123s. And the reality is there's still half a second off the time that Jacques Vermeulen put down.
Jacques put down a monster lap. I mean, it's with 22.9.
He
I
put
don't
a
know where that
22.86.
Wow. Let's round it off to 22.9, Dylan.
Listen, it's an 8.6.
Yeah.
If you have a 0.9
That is
and
a
he has
good
his
time.
8.6, he's going faster than you, my Jacks.
Yeah, that's a monster time. Wow. Very well done to Jacques there.
That was Ryan getting
mistakes
it.
coming in now.
There's one mistake to the next mistake. So there's in the pits.
Yeah,
let's
the
see,
guys
Ashley,
are
he's just
giving
gone
it all.
in. So Pete's just crossed the line. So he hasn't improved his 8th place. Then we've got Memo. So he's going up the back section of the track, just about to find himself
Into
at
the corkscrew.
He's a nice good exit, and I found that Lexus, you can turn it in up on the hill and it'll really put the power down, and it will hold it so nicely there.
Oh.
Memo really committing very strong there, and unfortunately running himself wide. Then I must say, Ethan not having a very good session here. We did see him higher up in some of the other sessions, but that is now the end of that. So guys, that now concludes the racing for this evening. I do think that we will get Ashley in. I do want to have a chat to Sarge Paul, Marius. I think it would be good to have a little chat to them.
I think that will be awesome. It's a pity, Jacques, can't he also join us?
So we did have a chat to Jacques already.
Okay,
Yep.
alright. Was I a little bit too late?
But it's fine, my Jakes, because you got to join us for the actual qualifying, which is pretty awesome.
Well, it's awesome to be here, Dylan. Okay, Dylan, if I want to get that screen off now and get
Yeah, that's
back
fine.
to your face, well,
Ash, I can see
Yo.
that you've just joined. Can you just ask Paul, Marius, and Sarge to join us?
Cool.
Thank you kindly. Okay, then, my Jakes, I've stopped that stream.
alright.
Who's Paul?
Rainmaster.
There you go. Who was the other guy? Paul Marius?
Sarge.
Sarge, right, okay.
Okay, guys, while we're getting them in, let's just change the cameras so we can get myself and my Jake's face up. See Jake's growing his beard. Another, another bet with Memo possibly this season, my Jakes?
Yes, I'm always up for a bet. Always.
How's it, Paul? Welcome, welcome. How's it, Morris?
How's it? Hello. Yo, Marius.
Lekker, Marius.
Yes, Actually, let's just start off with you quickly. It looked like you battled that session. Was that because you didn't have that set up?
No, I actually used that one you gave me, but I I changed it a bit, you know.
Yeah.
For my
to suit yourself.
Yeah, but in the first two sessions I had, I keep on getting traffic. I did my calculations wrong. You know, I kept on finding myself behind someone.
So Morris, we were just saying on the stream is that I think it was at 11 o'clock you sent me the message to say you're going to do some laps now, and here you are fighting for the top 3 in one of the servers. An absolute fantastic performance.
Awesome, Marius.
Oh, guys.
So 3 months out of it, and then all of a sudden come back and I'll just put myself on the podium. So absolutely fantastic there for me. Awesome performance, man.
Oh, thanks. Nice, Paul.
Yeah, and let's go to you, Paul. A cracker lap time there for you. And then right at the end, Sarge just managed to silent assassin, sneak one in there.
Yeah, I think we kind of took one and gave one there because I did it in the first session, and I guess he returned the favor in the last session. So, you know, I guess that's how it goes. But yeah, I did not do any laps up until about 5 o'clock this afternoon, and then we're still playing around which car, where, what setup, how. So yeah, it's just been fun times.
So is that the polite way of saying you either got lucky or that you're a natural?
I think it's more about, I think it was luck, and then yeah, now to see what car I do get, and then I'll put in the time to make sure it actually works the way I want it to work. Because you know, I'm 100% Bentley, man. Now I've got to drive a Japanese car. It's a bit difficult.
There's nothing wrong with driving Japanese, I promise you.
But yeah, it was awesome,
we still don't know which car we're gonna get, though.
No, so we need to do the points, and then we'll figure it out. Let's go to you, Ryan. Just snuck one in there right at the end. An absolutely fantastic qualifying session there for you.
Yeah, good.
Did you enjoy this format and having a very intimate competition there with Paul?
Yeah, I did enjoy the format. Yeah, it was lekker. I don't know, for some reason the track felt a little bit different tonight. With the actual qualifiers, felt like I was losing a bit of grip. So the times weren't as quick as they were during practice.
So I assure you that we tested those servers, and I checked the times. They were definitely 30 degrees and 40 degrees, and they were always optimum.
Yeah, no, for sure.
No, absolutely fantastic race there for you, and a session there for you, and just the support coming for the Chasing Beavers was absolutely fantastic. So looks like we're going to have Project Wet Cats Chasing Beavers. And my Jakes, you have an announcement to make because you needed to actually get a partner with me not racing, and you need another member.
I needed another member, and I got a very fast member that's going to join me, and I'm very proud to announce that Marius is the new member of the Green Members. Marius, congratulations, buddy.
I'll do you guys
So rather, the Wet Cats, you must watch out. I've got a very fast partner here.
So we did agree in the contract that it is the members are signing on the silverback. He is very clear that he is still the silverback driver, but racing for the members while Dylan steps
He's
out
being
for the
loaned,
season.
so he's being loaned out to you guys. There we go.
Yes.
In big print at the bottom of the contract.
So let's say he's a silver member.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Or
No,
metallic green.
I'm
Metallic
looking
green.
forward to it. It's going to be great.
Yeah, well, it's going to be awesome.
So awesome, guys.
Thanks
Thank you
for
so
greeting.
much.
Thanks, Brad.
Yeah.
See you guys next week. Round one.
We'll see you round
Okay,
one
Paul,
next week.
next week.
Just before we go, I just want to thank Dylan, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be racing. He went through a whole lot of trouble to organize me some equipment so I can race again. So that's what he does for the SARCO guys to get them racing, just so you know. Thanks.
Awesome, Dylan. Thanks,
Well,
man.
Awesome job, Dylan.
Morris, it's also the community. The guys stepped up, they put in a contribution, and that's what we wanted, is to get the people racing. And when I told the story about the machine that you had that wasn't working, and you donated it to the home for the youngster that you've been supporting, they were with open arms, wanted to help. So it's just a sentiment of your character.
Oh,
Thanks,
awesome.
flat out.
Awesome.
Gents, like a man.
Cool.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Thanks,
Bye,
Bye bye.
Bye.
Cheers,
Thanks.
cheers.
Bye.
So Ashley, man oh man, what a crazy qualifying session. Really can't wait until all those results come out and the guys start knowing what they're going to be racing, what car they can start putting the time in, and essentially just get racing. Some crazy teams, some fast drivers coming out. Can't wait for the season to start.
Sure, you must be a little bit disappointed that you can't race with us. Yeah, I mean, but look at the lineup with regards. We've got some new drivers coming in. We've got Marius coming back again, which is fantastic, and we know how quick he is. And I'm sure Jakes is going to really enjoy having him as a replacement for you. Not a replacement, but a lone driver. Sorry,
Lone.
for you.
Nobody can replace me as a driver.
No, sorry, nobody can replace you, Dylan. But yeah, I think it's going to be a very close season. We're going to see some epic battles, and it's going to spice it up with whatever cars these guys get. So yeah, looking forward to it, and I'm hoping, I'm sure that I've got into the alpha tier, and maybe not a good thing, because I can see it's going to be a very tough
It is going to be
league
so
ahead.
tough out of there. Absolutely.
Right, but yeah, thank you for all your efforts this evening. Thank you for taking the second row one for the team, and yeah, hopefully we can get Stephen or make some sort of solution for the future so that you can get racing.
Well, that solution is let's get rid of COVID, so stay home, be safe, let the problem go away. We can then open up our curfew. We can get Stephen back here, myself racing, himself racing, and that solves all our problems. And guys, don't forget, our SARCO trackers are officially ready for sale. We will put up the details up on our Facebook page tomorrow, so if you do want to order them, you can get hold of us directly to figure out how you can purchase them. I must warn you guys, they are limited numbers. They will go very quickly, but it won't be the last. So if they get sold and we do have the right demand, $150 gets you your SARCO tracker. We'll put all the details to the guys on the Discord. The details will go there as well. And if you are out of town and you do want it delivered, we can make an arrangement with you directly through Deliver Your Parcel. They are willing to assist us in terms of getting those caps through to you. And I think that's it. Absolute crazy racing. Good to see lots of new drivers. Good to see lots of old faces coming back. And it's going to be a really busy season.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely looking forward to it. And I don't know if you noticed that I had some interesting color works on my vehicle this evening. No. Well, I'll be racing in the colors of NASCAR, so check that out as well. And yeah, guys, if you would like to join SARCO and you want to become part of the family, please go check out our website at sarcoracing.co.za. Go check out our Facebook page, check out our YouTube channel, just get in touch with us, and we'll be happy to help you, get you set up, tell you what you need to get, and even help you with your internet connection if you perhaps have a bit of a niggle there that you can't sort out. So please get in contact with us, come and join us. We want as many drivers as possible.
So guys, just before we sign off, let's just have a look. Lots of love coming through from Marius. Jacques Verbinding saying, Marius, you're lekker doing awesome time. Paul Brandon saying, good to see you again, Marius. Dion saying, awesome, Dylan, thanks for helping. It's not just me, guys, it is the community, and if everybody helps, we can help more people, and that's what we want. Lots of guys saying they want some caps. That's what we want. So guys, until Monday night when we go vintage touring cars once again, next week Thursday we'll be racing Assetto Corsa, and all we can say, guys, is keep practicing, keep racing, and until then, thanks for watching. Yos.
Yes, guys.